Great morning. Great morning. How are you? Great morning. You guys come on in. Come on in. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Come on in. Come on in. I need y'all to share for me this morning. What a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor. Won't you be mine? Come on now. We telling on ourselves, sis. Yeah, girl. These kids don't know nothing about Mr. Rogers. This stuff they be watching. Come on in. We're talking today about not letting anything or anyone prevent you from getting to destiny. Don't let anything or anyone prevent you from getting to destiny. Let me know who's here. Let me know who's here. Where are you tuning in from? Who's here and where are you tuning in from? Y'all know I'm in the midst, the throes, the thrust of wedding preparation. The countdown is on. We only got 2 more days. Girl, sis, yes. In 2 days, 2 days. Yes. Great morning, April. I can't wait to pick you up at the airport, lady. In just a few minutes, I'm going to see you. I can't wait. I can't wait. You guys go ahead and share the broadcast, And then I'm going to go ahead and get into this word. And I don't know who needs to hear this word, but I know I need to hear the word. So listen, if it ain't for nobody else, it's for me. Hey, Jackie, how are you? Beautiful. Yes. And then I'll see you tomorrow. Listen, I know, April, I'm so excited too. I cannot wait. I am absolutely elated that my girls are going to be here, that we're going to be together, that they get to share this day with me. Thank you so much for sharing, April. You guys go ahead and share. Go ahead and share. So listen. This morning as I was thinking about what is it that God wants to say to his people, he began to impress upon me the importance of not letting anything or anyone get in the way of us getting to destiny. Like literally, and that includes you. Don't you get in the way of you getting to destiny. Don't you get in the way. So God is really big on us understanding that we are active participants in the establishment and the movement to our destiny. It's not this thing where he's going to wave a magic wand. It's not where he's going to say, oh, thou art now in destiny. It doesn't work like that. Y'all, this is not the Wizard of Oz, okay? This is life. And in life, God positions us by giving us information, knowledge, access, tools to be able to get to the place called destiny. But what we will do very often is allow situations, circumstances, people, feelings, and emotions to get in the way. What did I say? Situations, feelings, emotions, people to get in the way. We allow that to get in the way. We allow it to get in the way of us getting to destiny. Destiny requires dying to self. Did I just say that? I did. Destiny requires us dying to self. Dr. V, how do you know destiny requires us dying to self? Jesus was the model. He showed us what it looked like. Destiny requires us dying to self, dying to what we want, dying to our needs, so that we can hear God, do what God says, and be who God calls us to be. Hey, Tiffany, good morning, beautiful. Good morning, baby. Thank you for sharing. So, what's getting in the way for you? What is it? Is it your pride? Listen, I know it's been my pride. Listen, I could be a little prideful now. Listen, I don't want to need no help. I don't want to ask for no help. I don't want to have to, and I definitely don't want to ask and you say no and then throw it up in my face later. See, I'm going to have a problem with that. Look, let me tell y'all this. There will be times in your life where God will put you in a place where you have to ask for help, just so our pride can be broken. I mean, he will literally shut everything down around you so that you, who's used to my God, used to taking care of everybody else, can have people take care of you. Now, we'll miss it because we'll be mad at God because we can't do it on our own. I get it. Last year was a year where I had to really rely on other people in a way that I was not accustomed to relying on other people. Like, I had to stay with other people when I'm accustomed to having my own place. I had to rely on other people because God began to shut down money streams. I always have money. I always have money coming from somewhere. I can get it. I can access it. He began to shut stuff down. Boop, 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 boop. Dry stuff up. I said, God, what did I do? He said, I need you to learn something. I'm good if I'm giving. I'll give and give and give and give and give. But it's difficult for me to accept. So God had to take me through a season where I had to accept. I even had to ask. I can remember talking to my daddy and saying, Daddy, listen, can I come stay with you? Can I come stay with you? I needed a soft place to land for my rebuild. And my daddy said, sure, baby, it's your birthright. That's his answer to everything. Sure, baby, it's your birthright. Everything is about the birthright, right? But when you understand the birthright, then you'll understand that some of the things that are being shut down, y'all hold on, let me do not disturb. Some of the things that are being shut down so that you can begin to walk in your birthright and not strive. You all, we've been taught that striving, grinding, hustling is the answer. But do you know that there are things that it's our birthright to receive? And I'm not saying that you don't work, but I'm talking about there's a difference between work, faith without works is dead. There's a difference between works and striving. Striving has your identity tied into it. Striving means that if you don't have money in your pocket, if you can't get a certain amount of money, then you feel like you're less than a person. Angel number 122. You feel like you're less than a person. You're less than somebody else because you can't access the funds that you need, or you don't have the funds that you need, or you have to ask for help. You feel like somehow it says something about your identity and who you are as a person. We have been taught that so much of our identity is in our doing. It's in our accomplishments. It's in what we have. It's in those things. And it's not. Our identity is in Christ. He makes us worthy. He makes us valuable. He's the one that gives us our value. He's the one, not our stuff, not our things, not our credit score, not our car, not our house, not the clothes we have, not whether or not we have designer. Those things don't. Listen, there's absolutely nothing wrong with designer. I like designer. I like designer. I like luxury brands. I like luxury. I like expensive. I like it. But the problem becomes when it becomes our identity, so that in the absence of those things, we feel like we are nobody. See, it's similarly, many people try to create their value by purchasing those things. Let me tell you something. You can have all of the designer, you can have the fanciest car, the nicest house, and still be a miserable human being who mistreats other people. That's not where your value lies. That's why this whole concept of a high value man is problematic, because these men are some men, many men are trying to establish an identity that they think women want, right? And that identity is about stuff. The problem with it is many of these men, because they do not have self-confidence and high self-esteem, use those things as their esteem, and then they abuse and mistreat people because they feel like they can, because they have stuff. I ain't never been the person where a man's stuff makes him, a better man. Because you can have stuff. I'll leave the stuff in you. Okay? You gotta understand this. So this is twofold, right? Twofold. Men, Don't think that your value lies in stuff. And if a woman only wants you because you have stuff, she don't want you. The moment you hit hard times, the moment your stuff is gone, she gonna be gone. You need a woman who can see your value beyond your stuff. And I'm not telling you not to have stuff. I'm not telling you not to get yourself together. I'm not telling you any of that. But if all a woman wants you for is your stuff, when your stuff is gone, the woman is gone. And the next person that comes with stuff will have her. Angel number 133. I can't look him up right now, y'all, because I don't have my other device. Listen, you got to understand this. And women, let me talk to us for just a second, okay? We have to stop making a man's value about what's in his pocket or his pants. My God. We have to stop making a man's value about what's in his pocket or his pants. Huh? If it's about what's in his pocket, when his pocket is empty, what do you hold on to? Oh, what's in his pants, right? What happens when what's in his pants stops working? Listen, men get older. Men get older, their stuff don't do what it used to do.
And it's coming on younger men now.
The younger men. Yeah. Yeah. And even younger men can have the same. Listen, erectile dysfunction is a real thing. It's a real thing. And I believe that it's really based in some of the foods that we eat. It like that, some of the chemicals in the foods. I believe this, and that's a whole nother story. Y'all know y'all can call me a conspiracy theorist all you want to, but I believe that a lot of the food, particularly the food in African American communities, is designed to sterilize our men, to reduce their ability to function, right? I just believe that I don't know why that just dropped in my spirit. I ain't never said that before, but that dropped in my spirit this morning, that there is a design to emasculate Black men. And that design is being done in our food. It's in the stuff, right? And that's a whole nother conversation. But listen, let me say this. If a man has high blood pressure, if he has diabetes, if he suffers from these things, and if he's on high blood pressure medication, which we know high blood pressure is prevalent in the African American community. Lots of Black men have high blood pressure, which means they're on high blood pressure medicine, which also means that many of them suffer from erectile dysfunction. So listen, you can say, you want what's in his pocket and you want what's in his pants, but what's in his pocket can go and what's in his pants might not function the way it used to function. Then what? You cannot get caught up in the wrong stuff. Oh my God, Jesus, what in the world is going on today? Let me say this. We do not understand what needs to be at the core of our relationships. We think that it's about having somebody that looks good. And I ain't saying nothing. I ain't telling you just get with somebody that you're not attracted to. I ain't saying that. Okay. Attraction is important. Okay. It's an important part of the equation, but it's not the total equation. But you want somebody that, this is what we need. Somebody that can understand who we are in God. Man, who can handle who we are in God. If you're in God. If you ain't in God, you need someone who can understand who you are. Okay. But listen, I'm going to say this. If you're not in God, guess what's going to happen to many of you? One day you'll get in God. And you will have married someone who understood you where you were, but can't accept who you are in God. That spiritual growth and evolution is a part of our life. It's a part of the journey. And so you got to have somebody who can grow with you. That's the biggest thing. Someone who can accept you for who you are, love you right where you are, and be willing to evolve with you. I just want to know, can you grow with me? Can you grow? This is not my final destination. So if you just fall in love with this, if you fall in love with me right now, what's going to happen when I grow, when I evolve? Will you be able to grow with me? Can you accept the many versions of me? Anyone who's followed me anytime knows I have 50 million looks and I've been about 12 million sizes. I've been every size. Every one of them. All right, sis, love you. Every size. I look good, all of them, but I've been every size. So if you only love the thin version of me, then what are you going to do when I'm thicker? And if you only love the thick version of me, what are you going to do when I'm thinner? See, we love people where they are right now in the moment, but we don't love them enough to love them when they transform, when they shift, when they evolve, when they change, when their situations change, when their circumstances change, when what they desire changes. You know, the word says that when I was a child, I spoke as a child, right? But when I became a man, I put away childish things. See, our problem is we don't have space for putting away childish things. We don't have space for growth and self development. We want to lock people into who they were at one point in their life. They may have been that way for 20 years, but now they're changing. Well, wait a minute. Why are you changing now? Listen, let me tell you something. In the absence of evolution is death. In the absence of human evolution is death. And I'm not talking about physical evolution. I'm talking about spiritual, emotional, intellectual, psychological evolution. Physical goes in there too, but I'm not just talking about that. We ought to always be in a state of evolving, becoming a higher version of ourselves. In Christianity, in spiritual terms, it's always becoming more like the Creator, more like God. Okay. So that means you're going to change. That means that there are things that you used to do that you're not going to do anymore, or you don't have a desire to do. It doesn't mean you look down on other people who do it or you judge other people who do it. But listen, can I share something with you? Listen, you've got to be able to accept that change comes or does not come. So similarly, if someone is failing to evolve, you got to deal with the reality that some people won't evolve. Thank you, Tyler. Welcome. Hey, Denise. Good morning. Great morning, Mardan. How are you? Angel number 144. Evolution is key, and finding someone that you can evolve with. See, when we talk about growing old, that's what we're talking about. That, like, really, that's what it should be, right? It's not just about increasing in chronological age. It's about evolving, growing together. It's about understanding that each other's tastes and desires may change. So, my husband, in today, listen. At one point, he was vegan, like totally vegan, right? Got rid of all the meat from his diet, all of that, right? When I met him, he still eats vegan stuff, but he also eats some meat, right? So one day he could be totally eating vegan again. I got to be ready for that. I got to be prepared for that. I got to understand that that's a possibility, a real possibility, right? And I got to know whether or not that's something that can work for me. The good thing is that he cooks meat. Even if he doesn't eat it, he'll cook meat. He's like, babe, whatever you want to eat, you eat that, right? So whether he's vegan or not doesn't determine whether I'm vegan or not. We each have a journey. We each have a journey, but then we have a journey together. And the journey together means considering one another, allowing one another to evolve, allowing one another's taste to change, or, not having each other in boxes. Come on. Come on, Dre. Dre said, if you only like my seed, you might not like my what? Pets? Come on. Petals. My God. Because, Dre, guess what? Some people only can deal with you when you're down. Y'all don't want to talk about that. Y'all don't want to talk about that. Oh, we quick to talk about, oh, you only with me when I'm up. Some people only can deal with you when you're down. The moment you begin to elevate, the moment you begin to evolve, the moment your petals begin to show, they feel away. Oh, you showing out. Oh, you got your petals out now, huh? You think you somebody because you got petals. I remember when you was just a seed in the ground. Come on. You got to have somebody that can handle you in your seed version and your petals. When you blossom, when you're in the ugly stage. Y'all know how everything, when it comes to growth, has an ugly stage. Somebody was telling me, Dr. B, I can see you with some locks, like some real locks. Now I got some locks. I bought them and they man, okay? But I didn't grow them, okay? They said, I can see you with some locks. I said, listen, let me just talk to you for a minute about me. I don't like the ugly stage. I don't like it. I don't, it's an ugly stage. There's an ugly stage. I don't like the ugly stage. In relationships, there's an ugly stage. We don't want to deal with that. You got the honeymoon, then you may have an ugly stage because you're changing, you're evolving, you're going, yeah, and it get ugly sometimes. We don't like the ugly stage, but the ugly stage is a part of relationship development. We quit in the ugly stage and miss the promise. We'll quit in the ugly stage and miss the promise. The promise is on the other side of the ugly stage. There's a promise over there. Destiny's on the other side of the ugly stage. But you can't get to the other side of the ugly stage because you quit in the ugly stage. You faint in the ugly stage. Let me tell y'all something. If God put you together, baby, and you have an ugly stage, go through your ugly stage. Endure it like a good soldier. Get a right attitude in your ugly stage, because it may be ugly because God is trying to show you something about you. It may be ugly because God is trying to grow you up. It may be ugly because God needs you to grow and press into him. It may be ugly because God is trying to extract something from you that you didn't even know was in you, a precious oil that only comes out in process when it's ugly. It's in the pressure that it comes out. It's in the pressure that it's revealed. It's in the pressure that it becomes valuable. So don't despise the ugly stage and don't focus on what the other person is doing in the ugly stage. You focus on what you need to do in the ugly stage. Stop pointing your little finger at everybody else and look at you. Okay, God, what are you trying to do in me? Because you said in your word that all things work together for the good of those that love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. Everything. So if this ugly stage I'm going through is working for me, God, I'm gonna need you to show me what you need from me. What you need from me. What you trying to get out of me. What you trying to extract from me. Where you trying to grow me up. Don't let me go through this pressure for nothing. See, this is what happens when you quit in the ugly stage. When you quit in the ugly stage, you went through all that hell and you still didn't get all of the value out of it that you could have. But you went through it. You went through it. If I'm going to go through hell, baby, I need something out of that. I ain't going through hell for nothing. No, 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 no. No, all the hell I went through in my life. Oh, I deserve what's happening for me right now. I said it. I deserve it. I deserve a man that loves me the way Tim loves me. I deserve a man that moves heaven and earth for me. I deserve a man that makes it happen for me. As much as I made it happen for these uncles out there, no, I deserve a man to make it happen for me. A man who loves me and wants to surprise me. A man who dotes on me. A man who thinks that I'm amazing and beautiful and is not afraid or ashamed to tell me that. I deserve that. Mm-hmm. I done had enough of the other ones. I deserve this. And this is the thing. You deserve that. You deserve a love that where someone can love you for who you are, with your mess and your mess ups, and love you anyway. Love you through it. You deserve it. Mm-hmm. You deserve it. Why? It's your birthright. God has made us all these promises. You know, he's made us all these promises in his word. And it's up to us to appropriate the promises and claim them as our own. It's up to us to say, God, you said, and speak the word of God on stuff. It's up to us to do that. So if you're not doing that, don't be mad at God and don't be mad because your situation ain't changing, but you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Men, lead. Oh, I know what y'all gonna say. I know what y'all gonna say. Y'all gonna say, these women, they don't want to let you lead. They don't want. How do you let somebody lead? Hmm. How you? Hmm. I'm just asking a question. How do you let? And I know as women, we say, well, I had to step back and let him, right? I get what you're saying, but listen, when you're a leader, you just are. You just show up and you do what you do. Now, it's not your job to force anybody else to do anything else, but it's your job to always lead. And the way you lead is you lead by example. So if in your leading, your leadership style is not working for the person that you're trying to lead, then you might shift your leadership style some. maybe, maybe, I'm just saying this, I'm just throwing this out here. Maybe God is trying to create some versatility in you. Maybe there's more than one way to lead. Maybe the way you led somebody else is not the way that you're going to be able to lead this person. Tim can't lead me like he's led nobody else. I'm not like anybody else. I am a unique and one of a kind version. So leading me requires him to expand the way he leads. That's not a bad thing. Versatility is key. When we're dealing with people, people respond to different things. Our job, okay? Our job, if we're going to lead someone, is to figure out what motivates a person and how to tap into that so that you can lead them effectively. And if they're not following you, I'm just saying, y'all, I'm just saying, if they're not following you, that's the time for you to really go to God. Go to God and say, God, how do I love the hell out of them? God, how do I love them so much that they want to follow? And when you've done all of that and you've exhausted all of those resources and you've allowed God to grow you and you've sought God's guidance and you've done all of that, if it still is not working, then maybe you need to consider doing something else. Just maybe. I'm not saying definitely, but just maybe. What God is doing in this season is happening quickly. It's happening quickly. Good morning, Kareem. Hey, Catherine. My baby said, I'll tell my daddy real quick. Yes. And if you're with someone who hears from God, God will tell them. God will get on them. God will fix it. God will rectify it. We think that we got to keep telling people stuff over and over again. Sometimes we just got to tell God and let God deal with them. And y'all may be saying, Dr. V, what does this have to do with the topic today? Because the anything or anyone that interferes, disrupts, or prevents you from getting to destiny very well could be you. Very well could be you. It could be your self-sabotaging behaviors. It could be your pride. It could be your false expectations of what relationships look like. It could be your unwillingness to forgive. It could be a number of things. But what I'm telling you is none of it is worth missing destiny for. None of it. None of it. It's like, okay, I'm going to give you an example. As we're preparing for the wedding, there's a lot of stuff that has to be done. A lot of stuff that has to be done. There's been a lot of changes, a lot of shifts. People who were in it that aren't in it. People that were coming who aren't coming. It's been a lot, right? Navigating a wedding that we didn't really have a lot of time to prepare for. He proposed 12/12. We're getting married to 11. That's almost 2 months. So not a lot of time, right? So it means that we've encountered some challenges. We've encountered challenges, we've encountered obstacles, and it's been sometimes like, oh my God, like what in the world? Now, if I or he allowed that stuff to cause us not to get married, then that's on us. See, the promise is coming, right? If we allow those things to interfere with our ability to listen, if we allow exes and old relationships and like if we allow all of that stuff to get in the way, that's on us. We miss destiny because of us. None of those things or nobody or no situation or circumstance can prevent us from getting there unless we allow that. So the way that we avoid that is we focus on the end, the outcome. us getting married. That's really what it's about. If people aren't there, so what? If people are there, great. You know, if things don't turn out the way we wanted them to turn out, so what? Do we get to say I do? The $1,000,000 question, angel number 144. Do we get to say I do? Will we stand at the altar together and say our vows? Because that's what it's about. Everything else is ancillary. Means it's not, it's an addition. It's not required. All that's required is he, I, and the pastor, or pastors in our case. That's it. Everything else is an addition. It's a great addition. Like, I love it. I love that people are coming. I love that people support us. But if nobody was there but me and him, it still would be all right. You see, we'll get caught up in the stuff that's not most important and not give enough attention to what is most important. I encourage you today, don't miss your destiny. Don't miss you practicing, baby. Yeah, you keep that spirit right there, right there, right there, right there, right there. That I do, 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 I do. Let me see. I do. I gotta see how I'm gonna say it. Do you? I do. We're gonna see how I say it. I don't know how I'm gonna say it. I gotta practice my I do, as I want it to sound authentic, but like I want it to sound right on video, right? I want it to, sound like it does in the movies. I do. Jay, don't be laughing. Don't be laughing at us. Don't be laughing at us. I'm just trying to wait a minute. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I do. See, I'll mess around and be up there laughing. See, I'll be like, and I do, period. I do. We're going to see what it sounds like. We're going to see. Hopefully, if y'all are in the area, y'all are coming. If you are, make sure you RSVP to us. Let us know, confirm your attendance so that we can get our final numbers in, our final head count in for the reception and everything. But look, all that to say this, I do want my destiny. I want everything God has promised me, and I deserve it. And you do too. Don't cheat yourself out of destiny because you won't allow God to show you and to work on you. Listen, do the work. Ask for forgiveness and forgive. Love. Love is the answer to everything. Every question. What's the answer? Love. Just keep loving. Love covers a multitude of sins, and love can penetrate some things that you can't. Your words can't, but your love will. Don't allow anything or anyone, not even you, to prevent you from getting to destiny. Destiny is your birthright. It's your birthright. Listen, I pray that this word blessed you. I pray that you got something out of it. I pray that you were encouraged, inspired, and motivated. All of those things. Listen, if you want to sow a seed, and I encourage you to sow a seed. You can sow at Cash App $DRV Walters, Cash App $DRV Walters, or PayPal.me/DRV Walters. Okay. Don't miss an opportunity to sow a seed in good ground so that you can receive the harvest that God desires for you. Listen, Dre, am I going to see you at the wedding? In the wedding. I need an answer on live. And I'm waiting. See, sometimes you got to just ask Black people questions publicly. Andre, I am him, Anderson. Are we going to see you at the wedding? In the wedding. Inquiring minds want to know. My baby talking about crickets. He finna answer. He typing, baby. He trying to get to the space where he can type. He trying to get to the place where he can. Dre, hmm? Do y'all want to know? Do y'all want to know if Dre gonna be at the wedding? In the wedding? I hear drum roll. Oh goodness. What had happened? Oh, stop messing with my cousin. No, you all right, Dre. Listen, y'all. I love you guys. And I pray that you guys get to be a part of our amazing day. And it is going to be an amazing day. We're trying to see if it's going to be able to be streamed. I'm not sure yet. We haven't been able to finalize that because there is no Wi-Fi. Okay, he said, unfortunately, not too crazy for me, cousin. I got too much, but I really wanted to. Oh, thank you, Dre. I appreciate that. Thank you. Listen, oh man, nothing but an answer. Yes, that's it. Listen, y'all, I love you guys, and I hope that you're able to attend. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to live stream it. There is no internet in inside the church, right? So the person that was going to do it was going to be professionally live streamed, but we're not going to be able to do that because of that. So, it's going to have to be, how we do, how we just go live, right? So I got to see if I got someone who will commit to doing that, because it means they got to focus on that, and they may not be able to enjoy the wedding as much. So I'm working on it, so we'll see. But if not, we are recording, and we will do a release of the wedding video. I can't wait for that. It's going to be an incredible time. My baby said he got surprises for me. So I just know I'm gonna be crying. Okay. So I'm ready. I'm gonna have some tissue tucked somewhere where I can get to it, up a sleeve, something, right? Um, but I'm excited. You all listen, don't quit and don't give up. God has a plan for your life, and that plan is amazing. So don't miss it. Not even because of you. Do what you got to do with you. Oh, I'm gonna put you on the spot. It's what I do. Everybody knows that. Okay, still trying to move and shake some things. Listen, whatever you do, cousin, we're good. We're good. One of the things that I had to do is release people who were not able to, still attend and participate in the wedding. Y'all, life happens. Life happens. And, I've had to learn to allow life to life, and then continue on as life was lifing, without holding stuff against people. Because the truth of the matter is, listen, everybody has stuff going on in their life, and I know there has been a huge battle against our union. And I know why. Because the devil mad, because when we get together and it's official, oh, we about to bust the devil's head, right? We're gonna wreak havoc on the enemy and his camp. Like, it's done, right? So of course he's gonna try to create confusion and mess and drama. Come on now. Thank you, Tyler, and congratulations. Welcome. I'm glad that you were here. I know you do, Dre. I like you too. You my boy. Amen, Sheila. Amen. Listen, I'm trying to see what the time is. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna go ahead and do individual prophetic words. Individual prophetic words. If you put a one in the comments, I'll give you the word that the Lord gives me for you. If you put a one in the comments, one, I'll give you the word that the Lord gives me for you. Somali. Oh, y'all, listen. I'll see my wedding nails, courtesy of Somali. Yes, honey. Somali did that, honey. You did that. Y'all see him? Y'all see him? Y'all see me? Am I wedding ready? These are my wedding nails. Mm-mm. Okay, I'm not sure who this is, but you're gonna have to put your name, okay? Sheila, Sheila, um, you have been your hold up to destiny. Angel number 155. You've been your hold up to destiny. So what you got to do is get on the other side of you. You got to get on the other side of you and stop allowing yourself to talk yourself out of what God is calling you to do and what he's promised you. Look up angel number 155. All right, all right. Jackie, Jackie, this trip, this trip is going to bust stuff open for you. This trip is going to bust stuff open for you. Get ready. It's going to literally bust things open for you. Get ready. There's going to be so many revelations you're going to get on this trip. So much God is going to show you. So much he's going to say to you. So much it's going to make sense. Get ready. Dre said, I was trying to move mountains for y'all and me. I love my cousin Tim. We know you love Tim. Catherine, I heard the song, Don't Stop Believing. Don't stop believing. Keep believing and watch what God does with your belief. You know, the beautiful thing about belief is it only takes faith the size of a mustard seed for God to work with, right? Just faith the size of a mustard seed. Don't stop believing. Believe God and what he said. Vicky, hey, boo. How are you, gorgeous? Girl, I was getting married, girl. Vicky. Yeah, Vicky. Um, you remember the song that says, Love is in the air. Love is in the air. Love is in the air. That's what I hear God saying. Love is in the air. Get ready. Y'all bear with me because I'm trying to get used to my nails, honey. Thank you. Donnell. So, God said there's movement required. There's movement required. You've been asking God, when are you going to? God, why haven't you? He said there's movement required on your part. So there's some things that you got to do for him to do what he's going to do. Kareem, big doors are opening for you. Big doors are opening for you. Big doors are opening for you. Keep pressing in. Keep pressing in. Big doors are opening for you. Dre, let me say this first. This is my disclaimer. Okay. So let me say this first. What I'm about to say next is not about me and my emotions and what I want. Okay. Let me say that first and foremost, right? Um, this is a time where I strictly focus on saying what God is saying to me. Okay. So I have to say what God says to me, even if it looks like it's coming from another place. All right. You know me enough now to know where it's coming from. This trip is important. You being here is important. And it's not just important for me and Tim, it's important for you and it's important for your marriage. No, you just got to be here. You just got to be here. That's what I'm hearing God say. You just got to be here. However you figure that out, you figure it out, but you got to be here because there's something that God is going to do for you. But it's going to require press from you. See, you know, we want God to do stuff, but when the press comes, we'll often fade under the weight of it. But I'm telling you, if you press and you get here, there's something that God is going to do for you that's going to blow your mind. And it's only going to happen if you press and come. That's it. See, there are people who can be tied to your breakthrough. Tim and I are tied to your breakthrough in some areas, right? And your presence is going to be necessary at what's getting ready to happen. And you're going to get a personal breakthrough with our breakthrough. With our union, you're going to get a breakthrough. But if you're not here, you're not going to get that now. I'm not saying you'll never get it. It's going to take a while and it's going to be much more difficult. That's what I hear the Lord saying. Zach, Zach, I hear God saying you're under an open heaven. You're under an open heaven, so be careful what you say. What you say matters, okay? Be careful what you say, because what you say matters, okay? So, don't let anything come out of your mouth that you don't want to see manifested. Only say what you want to see, not what you don't. Sissy, your shift is going to come sooner than you think. It's going to come sooner than you think, and it may be abrupt. Your shift is going to come sooner than you think, and it may be abrupt, but it's all going to work out for your good. Hey, Denise, how are you, beautiful? Listen, Denise, there's a praise on the inside I can't keep to myself. Listen, God said there's a praise on the inside of you. Don't keep it to yourself. Let your praise out and watch what he does with your praise. Your praise is your key to your breakthrough. Thank you, Vicky. I love you so much. I'm so glad you ready. I'm so glad you're ready. Basan! Yes, yes, yes. I saw that you're coming. Can't wait to see you guys. I'm so excited. So I'm so glad that you guys are going to be there. Yes, Catherine. Kareem said, thank you for the word. This is not because of the word you gave me, but I just felt it and wanted to tell you I love you, Dr. V. And I'm so happy for you. I'm so thankful for you, beautiful. I love you too. I can't wait to see you at the wedding. At the wedding. It's going down. Yes, Denise. Yes. Oh, thank you, Zach. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Listen, you guys, it has been my great pleasure to just share a word with you guys, to really be able to speak to you. I pray that you were blessed. I pray that the word penetrated your heart. I encourage you to put a seed on that word, to put a seed on that word. But listen, before I go, Tyler, are you still on? Tyler, are you still on? Tyler, let me know if you're still on. I gotta be obedient. Tyler, are you on? Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give this word for Tyler, and I'll um message him so that he can get it. Tyler, listen, it wasn't an accident that you were on. There was something that you needed today, that God needed you to hear, because you've been going through so much, and it seems as though you've been vacillating between two opinions. You've been trying to decide what to do about something. And God said that you already know the answer. He said you already know the answer. He's already given you the answer, and you're just looking for confirmation. And the answer is yes. Yes. Do it. Yes. Do it. Yes. The answer is yes. All right. Listen, you guys, I love you guys to life and life more abundant. For those of you who are planning to attend our nuptials this Saturday at 4 p.m. in Temple Terrace in Tampa, Florida, at Temple Terrace Community Church, please, please, please RSVP so that we can secure your spot. The reception is limited because of space, but I want you guys to be able to be there. So please make sure you RSVP either on our event, or make sure you inbox me or Tim and let us know so that we can make sure that you're accounted for in our numbers and our head count. Listen, final head count goes in today. Final head count. So be sure to let us know. Look, I love you guys to life and life more abundant. Have an amazing, incredible, and epic day. Be blessed. Mwah.